As one of the pioneers of the electric vehicle industry, Tesla has consistently pushed the boundaries of what is possible with its innovative designs and technology. Despite facing challenges and skepticism from traditional automakers, Tesla has continued to thrive and has released a range of highly acclaimed electric vehicles that have sold in the millions. However, other automakers are trying to catch up by promising to release Tesla killers, or electric vehicles that they claim will surpass Tesla's offerings. Despite these promises, none of these companies have been able to make a significant dent in Tesla's dominance. In this video, we'll be taking a look at which automakers can actually rival Tesla and whether they have what it takes to compete in the constantly evolving electric vehicle market. It all started back in 2008 when Tesla released its first electric vehicle, the Roadster. This high-priced, low-volume sports car was part of Tesla's master plan, which was to start with a niche product and use that money to fund the development of future vehicles. While only about 2,500 Roadsters were produced in total, it was enough to get Tesla to the second phase of its plan. According to Elon, new technology takes few versions to optimize before it's ready for the mass market. And with 150 years and trillions of dollars invested in gasoline-powered cars, Tesla had its work cut out for it. The second phase of the master plan was to use the money from the Roadster to create a more optimized, mid-priced, mid-volume vehicle, the Model S, which was released in 2012. This was followed by the first Tesla SUV, the Model X, in 2015. Together, the Model S and the Model X have sold hundreds of thousands of units. In 2016, Tesla unveiled the Model 3, the third phase of the master plan, and this was a low-priced, high-volume vehicle. Pre-orders for the Model 3 reached over 325,000 at $1,000 apiece. And Elon warned shareholders, customers, and other stakeholders that the company would be entering production hell in order to ramp up production. While there were certainly challenges, including criticism over the level of automation, in a period of time where the company was reportedly weeks away from bankruptcy due to manufacturing delays, Tesla was eventually able to get the Model 3 into mass production, and it became the best-selling electric car in the world. Their most recent success is the Model Y. The Tesla Model Y has undoubtedly been a resounding success. By far, the most dominant electric crossover from a sales perspective, the Model Y is now on track to become the world's best-selling car. Other automakers are trying to catch up to Tesla's strong foothold in the electric vehicle market. But with a head start of over a decade and a proven track record, Tesla is not an easy company to compete with. In fact, there have been countless times where major automakers have promised to release a Tesla killer, or an electric vehicle that is supposed to rival and potentially surpass Tesla's offerings in terms of performance, range, and sales. However, so far, none of these companies have been able to deliver on these promises. Despite the hype and anticipation surrounding these new electric vehicles, they have failed to live up to the expectations and have not made a significant impact on Tesla's dominance in the market. There could be a number of reasons for this. Tesla has improved its production and supply chain over the years to meet the increasing demand for its electric vehicles. Tesla has also made a large push in the Chinese market, which is the largest market for vehicles in the world. And Tesla has a loyal fan base that is drawn to the company's innovative designs and technology. All of these factors have contributed to Tesla's success and made it a tough competitor for other automakers to challenge. However, it's important to note that the electric vehicle market is constantly evolving and there is always the potential for a new player to come along and shake things up. A traditional auto manufacturer that has recently been able to make a name for itself in the EV space is Ford. Traditional auto companies have previously struggled to sell EVs, but now that all could change as Ford revs up competition in the busy electric-powered motor space. Ford's investment in electrified cars, trucks, and SUVs is certainly paying off. Ford's Mustang Mach-E, which ranked number 3 in sales among electric SUVs in the US last year, was named Electric Vehicle of the Year by Car and Driver magazine. Ford has stated that its F-150 Lightning has generated 200,000 reservations since its unveiling and explained that around 3/4 of these buyers are new to the brand. The company also announced plans to double its production target from 80,000 vehicles per year to 160,000 in order to meet new demand. Ford's EV portfolio also reached new sales records last January, with sales reaching over 13,000 units. This was spearheaded by the company's Mustang Mach-E, its electric vans, and the highly anticipated F-150 Lightning. A newer company in a space that is a good competitor is NIO. Tesla and China have been big buzzwords for years, associated as they both are with potentially world-changing innovation and growth. So when a Shanghai-based automotive startup comes amid whispers of being China's Tesla, you know it's worth your attention. Founded back in 2014, NIO manufactures premium electric vehicles for the international market. While its products have generally been met with critical acclaim, the company has also developed a reputation for being risky and unpredictable. Some commentators fear that its valuation is based on a vague notion of potential rather than its current financial performance, although perhaps a similar charge could be made against Tesla itself. NIO delivered over 90,000 EVs in 2021, up 44.3% year over year. Its rapidly growing delivery numbers and improving financial metrics have provided investors who seek a Tesla alternative a viable option. Whether this growth can be maintained and investor demand remains at these astronomical levels is another question. NIO is definitely a high-risk bet, but the company's commitment to pushing boundaries combined with its low price makes it simply too hard to write off. Another traditional automaker that has recently entered the electric vehicle market is Volkswagen. In the past, Volkswagen has been known for its slow response to the rise of electric vehicles, but it has been making progress with its ID range of electric vehicles. The company has set ambitious goals for itself, predicting that 50% of US sales by 2030 will be electric vehicles and aiming to produce 1.5 million electric vehicles by 2025 in order to meet the EU's new emission targets. To reach these goals, Volkswagen is investing billions of dollars into its electric vehicle efforts. As one of the world's largest companies, Volkswagen has a long history of adapting to changing market conditions and has proven itself to be resilient through various economic cycles and political events. It remains to be seen whether Volkswagen will be able to truly challenge Tesla in the electric vehicle market, but the company's size and resources make it a formidable competitor. One of my favorite new EV brands is Rivian. Rivian is the most compelling alternative bet on an integrative carmaker after Tesla. The competitors such as Lucid, Faraday Future, and TuSimple have not reached Rivian's level of production nor revenue. Rivian sold over 1,200 units in the first quarter of last year and around 4,400 units in the second quarter. By contrast, Lucid's Air model delivered only 360 in the first quarter. TuSimple, which is developing self-driving tractor trailers to be used by customers such as UPS, is still refining things such as a safety aspect of autonomous vehicles and testing them on the road before an expected commercial debut. Like Elon Musk, Rivian's founder and CEO, Robert J. Scaringe, is something of a visionary. There are also interesting differences. Whereas Tesla started out selling a coupe, Rivian is focusing on trucks which it calls adventure vehicles. The R1T, which started shipping just before they IPO'd, is a 2-row, 5-passenger pickup. Motor Trend wrote favorably last year about driving the R1T on a 5,000-mile journey across the US. Unlike Tesla's focus from the start on consumer retail sales, Rivian is simultaneously building vehicles for both consumer and for the commercial market. In particular, it has been piloting delivery vans with Amazon. That is a fleet market that will be an additional opportunity for the company with its own set of economics. While Rivian is definitely a company to keep an eye on in the electric vehicle market, it still has a long way to go before it can truly challenge Tesla. While Rivian has had some success in terms of sales and partnerships, it is still a relatively small player compared to Tesla and other established automakers. Additionally, Tesla has had a strong head start in the market and has built up a loyal customer base and reputation for producing high-quality electric vehicles. That being said, Rivian has some interesting differentiators that could potentially help us stand out in the crowded electric vehicle market. For example, as I mentioned earlier, Rivian is focusing on trucks and adventure vehicles rather than traditional passenger cars and is targeting both consumer and commercial markets. The company's partnership with Amazon for delivery vans is also an interesting opportunity for Rivian to explore. There are also a bunch of other startup EV companies and other big auto that I would not have time to cover every single one in this video. In addition to these new players, established automakers like Toyota and Hyundai are making moves in the electric vehicle space. Toyota has been a pioneer in hybrid technology for years and is now focusing on fully electric vehicles, with the Mirai fuel cell vehicle and the upcoming Toyota bZ4X electric SUV. Hyundai, on the other hand, has a range of electric vehicles available, including the Kona Electric and the Ioniq. And Hyundai has announced plans to invest $7.4 billion in electric and autonomous vehicle technology by 2025. With all of this information provided, it begs the question, does Tesla have a competitive advantage? As all of these competitors begin to pour into the electric vehicle market, we must examine if Tesla has a competitive advantage and whether it can retain its dominance in the industry. And I've broken it down into 4 categories. The first is Tesla has first mover advantage. Tesla has been around the EV industry a lot longer than its competitors. It enjoys brand recognition, word-of-mouth advertising, and a much more expansive charging network thanks to its time in the market. Next, Tesla is a leader in autonomous driving. It's estimated that Tesla has amassed roughly 2 billion miles of data through its autopilot driver assistance feature, each and every inch of which has strengthened its self-driving algorithm through machine learning. The data from which Tesla can avail is several orders of magnitude ahead of Google's Waymo and General Motors' Cruise. Third, we have battery power as a third advantage. The main reason why Tesla made almost 74% of electric vehicles sold in the US for the last 3 years is simple. Its cars go further on a single charge. The Tesla Model S, for example, has over 400 miles of range on a single charge. And Tesla is spending tons of money each year on R&D to further improve its battery power and technology. Many people call Tesla a battery company that sells cars, and with this type of dominance, it's easy to see why. And finally, the fourth competitive advantage is a supercharging network. And this is perhaps the biggest competitive advantage that Tesla has among all other EVs. With over 40,000 superchargers located around the world, Tesla has created a comprehensive network that allows its customers to easily recharge their vehicles while on the go. This is particularly important for electric vehicles, which often have been limited by range compared to gasoline-powered vehicles. The supercharging network allows Tesla owners to take long-distance trips without the worry of running out of charge, which is something that not other electric vehicle manufacturers can offer. By providing its customers with a reliable and convenient way to recharge their vehicles, Tesla is able to differentiate itself from other electric vehicle manufacturers and create a strong sense of brand loyalty. The supercharging network is just one example of how Tesla is able to use its innovative technologies and business practices to maintain its dominance in the electric vehicle market. One thing to consider when comparing Tesla to these other automakers is the level of resources and experience they bring to the table. Tesla has been working on electric vehicles for over a decade, while many of these other companies are just starting to ramp up their electric vehicle efforts. This means that Tesla has had more time to perfect the technology and manufacturing processes, which can give it an advantage over newer entrants to the market. Ultimately, it remains to be seen which automakers can truly rival Tesla and make a significant impact on the electric vehicle market. The competition is fierce, and it will be interesting to see how the market develops in the coming years. With Tesla leading the change, it's clear that the future of transportation is electric, and it will be exciting to see which companies rise to the top. If you enjoyed this deep dive video in the world of electric vehicles and the companies vying for a piece of the pie, be sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more exciting content. Also, comment your thoughts down below. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.